Good day, everyone. Today's interesting facts is about Greedo from Star Wars. I am sure most of us have heard about Greedo and know what happened to him, but what was life like before? Now, let's get into it.
Number 1.
Originally hailing from the swamp planet of Rhodia, during his youth, Greedo relocated and lived on the desert planet of Tatooine. He had green skin and indigo-colored eyes.
Number 2.
After the slave boy Anakin Skywalker won the famous Spoon to Eve Classic, beating the renowned Doug racer Sebulba, Greedo jumped to the conclusion that he had cheated. Angered by the false accusation, Skywalker consequently found himself entangled in a fight with the young Rhodian. The fellow young Rhodian Wald warned Greedo that if he continued to pick on fights, he would eventually meet with a bad end.
Number 3.
As a boy, Greedo was noted for his temper and tendency to pick fights with others, which his friend Wald warned would lead to trouble. In adulthood, Greedo was overconfident and slow on the uptake and something of a poor shot with a blaster. He thought highly of himself as a big-time bounty hunter due to his employment to Jabba the Hutt, though others saw him as unremarkable. He was a frequent customer of Chowman's Cantina, considering it his base of operations and preferred venue for death deals. He was known for rotten luck, and that proved true for the majority of his life.
Number 4.
By the Clone Wars, Greedo was employed to Jabba the Hutt as a bounty hunter. At some point in the war, he and another mercenary were hired by the Trade Federation to kidnap Chairman Papanoida's daughters, to use as leverage for Pantora to join the Confederacy of Independent Systems.
Number 5.
During Obi-Wan Kenobi's exile to Tatooine in the Imperial era, Greedo was confronted by a blaster-armed Sullustan down the back alley of Chowman's Spaceport Cantina.
Number 6.
Sometime later, Greedo was hired by Jabba to eliminate Intergalactic Banking Clan Vice Chairman Anolo on Megiddo and acquire his given code breaker. There, Greedo, Barada, and several of Jabba's thugs lead an assault against the vice chairman and his guards. Greedo was able to kill Anolo and put the code breaker into Anolo's office. In the office, Greedo used Anolo's lightsaber to make his escape with the Given. However, Greedo was unable to capture the Given, and it fell to its death. Greedo returned to Tatooine and went on his knees before Jabba at his palace. Greedo offered the lightsaber to Jabba, but the Hutt refused it and faced Greedo with the prospect of becoming the Ranker's food. However, Greedo was saved when the antiques collector Doc Onder offered to buy the lightsaber from Jabba.
Number 7.
While at the Mos Eisley Cantina, Greedo attempted to collect money owed to him by Bith musician Liren Karen, bringing Cornelius Evazan and Ponda Baba as backup. Evazan and Baba were also meant to be backup for Greedo when he attempted to capture Han Solo. However, they were unable to as Obi-Wan Kenobi had just cut Baba's arm off. However, Karen was unable to pay as he had been robbed the previous night. Greedo allowed Karen to live, raising his interest rate and giving him until next week to pay up, believing Karen to be a waste of his time.
Number 8.
Greedo hunted Han Solo for the bounty Jabba placed on his head after the smuggler dropped a large shipment of illicit cargo owned by the Hutt to avoid Imperial arrest. Greedo was humiliated briefly at the Mos Eisley Cantina when he was tripped by a piece of the instrument used by a member of the model nodes. He decided to ignore the insult, seeing payback against Solo as sweeter than revenge on the nodes. Upon entering the cantina, Greedo saw its bartender, ordering the droid C-3PO and R2-D2 to leave the premises. While the Rhodian steeled himself mentally for the encounter, he thought about how his former lover Anselta fell for Solo, only to have the smuggler break her heart.
Number 9.
While at the bar, Greedo saw Baba lose an arm to the lightsaber of Obi-Wan Kenobi due to assaulting Luke Skywalker, an event at which he merely laughed. However, this prevented Baba and Evazan from assisting Greedo, as had been previously planned, forcing the Rhodian to improvise.
Number 10.
Greedo challenged Solo at the Mos Eisley Cantina, where, threatening Solo with his gun, he demanded that he pay the money to Jabba, or to Greedo himself, or hand over Solo's legendary starship, the Millennium Falcon. When Solo replied that he would rather die than give up his ship, Greedo said that was indeed the idea, before announcing that it was something he had been looking forward to for a long time. As Greedo pulled his trigger and said that he would end with him, Solo shot Greedo dead from beneath the table with his readily prepared blaster. Greedo missed Solo completely, and the last thing that Greedo ever saw was a flash of bright light with a memory of bitter injustice. I do hope you liked this video. There was not too much information, unfortunately, on him. What did you think of Greedo? Let me know in the comments. Also, consider subscribing to the channel to get our videos as they come out. Take care and have a great day.